Welcome to another episode of Goalie Lama Hurricane Prep, Power Outage, and Nomad Van Planning channel. So anyways, today I'm here to talk about the ICECO JP40 12 volt freezer fridge. This unit can either freeze, it'll go down to -8, or it will serve as a refrigerator, which is basically how I've been using it. I gave it a freezer test the other day and it was, it worked. It got down to -8 if I used it on max power. But today I have it set up with a fridge. It's connected to the Pecron E2000 LFP using the 12 volt cigarette lighter connector. And I'll show you the side connectors for the refrigerator in a minute. I'm going to move the fridge around a little bit to display it a little better. And when I first bought this thing a few weeks back, I took it out of the box, I read the manual, I plugged it into the Pecron battery bank that I have, the E2000 LFP and one EB3000 expansion battery, which brings me to like 5,000 kilowatt hours, and it ran flawlessly for over a week, maybe close to 2 weeks. I'm getting old, so I sometimes forget. So for the purposes of this test yesterday, I started with the batteries at 86%. At 8:39, I turned it on the max setting just to chill it down before I put some stuff in it. And the maximum draw was 58 watts. I set, the fridge started at 77 degrees and I set it down to 34. And at 9:20, so less than an hour later, it hit the temperature. I changed it to eco mode, which I'll show you those buttons in a bit. And the watt pull drops down to, 40, 42 watts when the compressor kicks on. And it dropped it down to 30 degrees and once in a while 28. Then the compressor shuts off and I let it run all day until 5:30 when I loaded it up with food. So a couple things about this unit and a couple things about the environment it's running in right now. I live in Florida. It's warm and kind of humid. I didn't run the AC in the house yet or during this test. Not that I really needed to, but the internal temperature of the house is currently 82 degrees. I don't know if you can see that. Doesn't really matter. And it's a little bit humid. It's that time of year. The plants like it. Plants like the humidity. All my plants are thriving. That's a miracle in itself. And I have the fridge freezer comes with this really nice insulated cover, which I have on it at the moment. And it zips right up. It fits right around it really easily. Super easy to open up. And I can show you the brand name. And by the way, none of the products in these videos send me these things for nothing or give me any kind of benefit from talking about it. It's unsponsored video. And if you ever buy anything off of any one of my links in the channel, my Amazon links, I am an Amazon affiliate. So I will get a small commission from that. So I'll zip it back up for the time being. And it also comes with an assortment of cords. Everything's listed in here, nicely listed out. It comes with a the cover protector, comes with a wire basket, which I'll show you about that, with a divider in it, which I'll never use the divider. But the basket's a great thing because you can load up the food outside the cooler and drop it in the area around the wire. Allows the temperature, the air to circulate in there and regulate the temperature better. It also comes with a 6-foot 110 volt AC cable. You can plug it right into your house, or on the Pecron here I could plug it into any one of these outlets. There's 6 of them on the Pecron. And it also comes with this awesome 12-foot cigarette extension cable. So if I get this in my car, I can run this from where, or in the van when I get it, I can run this from wherever I put the fridge up to the cigarette lighter in my car, to run it while it's running off of that, while my battery charges off the solar or whatever it needs to do. But I can always extend this cord here with this cord and put the battery wherever I need to in the van, and put the fridge wherever I need to. So that's that on the cords. Now for the messy part. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to show you a few features. Before I fully open it, I'm going to turn it around a little bit so you can see the plugs. And it's got the 110 outlet plug. In the middle there's a fuse, so if anything pops, it's easy to replace the fuse. And here's the 12 volt connector right here for the cigarette lighter extension. And then there's this switch here. This switch kind of detects voltage. Like if you're using this thing off your car battery, you would put it on high, so the fridge would detect that it had reached a certain voltage and would shut off before it drains your car battery. So you could put it on medium or high and protect your car battery if that's how you were running it. But seeing how I'm running it right off the battery bank, I'm gonna set it on low. And also on the Pecron, I started this battery bank right here on 86%. And I've been running this thing since around 8:30 yesterday morning. And it's only down to 76%. Right now it's not pulling any wattage because the fridge is up to, is down to the correct temperature. Currently it's at 32 degrees. It'll probably kick on. So keep an eye on the wattage that it pulls, and then the time left while it's pulling that wattage. And the fridge has a Secop compressor in it, highly rated German product. Sips power, super quiet, hardly makes any noise when it's running, so I'd be comfortable running it in the vehicle while I'm on one of my imagined at this point in time trips, but I'll be retired pretty soon, so those will be happening before you know it. The cover is also nicely vented, so you get access to the power, you get access to the display, you get access to the compressor and the fan, so it keeps it nice and cool. At the same time, it keeps it kind of warm, or insulated, not warm. All right, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm over here. So what I'm going to do now is I'll show you these buttons, and here's where things could get a little strange because I gotta use the camera by hand in a way. I haven't really figured out how to be a professional videographer yet, but maybe I'll get there someday. We never know. So hang on to your hats, here comes the camera moving. You can see some of my deluxe 800 square foot bungalow. So there's the control panel, on off switch, the current temperature inside the fridge. If I wanted to raise that temperature or lower it, I press one of these buttons, and right now I got it set to 30, and I'm going to change that to 32. When it stops flashing, that's when it will be set at the 32 degrees that I wanted. And of course this is the current temperature, and this, it's in eco mode. I can change that by using the tool, like if you load it up with some warm stuff or you want it to get down to temperature quickly, you just hit the max button. And of course that draws more wattage. That was drawing like 56, 58 watts. So obviously it drains the unit. So I'll leave it on eco for now. And now I'm really going to get funky and see what I get here. Here's the inside of the fridge. It's got a nice blue light there. It's got a couple different compartments. I got water in here. I got a couple apples. This compartment doesn't keep it as cold. This compartment does, and here's the basket. So as you can see, I got some food in there. And right now the temperature is reading right at 30 degrees, which is super cold and plenty safe for any kind of refrigeration. I can take this basket right out of here. And I have stuff in here, and this is what it looks like empty. It's 43 quarts, 40 liters for my Canadian and European friends. And like I said, you can load this basket separately from the fridge, and then when it's loaded up, you open it up, bring it out to your car or your van, drop it right in there, and boom, you're ready to go. So as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty cool. The blue light is what it is. And then I'll close it back up and get this camera back where it belongs, or where I think it belongs. Well, that's probably pretty close. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this temperature here, and I'm going to let you see what happens when you kick it into mode. I'm going to drop this down to 20 degrees, 19 degrees. and watch the draw start on the Pecron. There it goes. The numbers are starting to go up. It's hitting 51 because it's nowhere near 19 degrees. So the compressor has started. You can probably hear it a little, but not too much. And I mean, the thing runs great. This is going to be a great addition to have during an emergency or some kind of camping trip or something like that. Now I'm going to pop this into, see it leveled right off to 40, and that's where it'll run on eco mode, more or less. And then I'm going to kick it up to max mode. And then you can see the wattage firing away. So if I were to run this power bank at 76% right now with a 58 watt load on it, I'd still get 65.3 hours out of the battery setup as it is. And this morning I charged my laptop off of this. I charged my phone, my tablet that I use for reading, and the refrigerator. And I'm happy with this thing. I'm sure it's gonna do what I need it to do. There's a 5-year guarantee on the compressor. From what I hear, ICECO is pretty reliable as far as customer support goes. And so I'm happy. The price actually went down on this refrigerator on Amazon since I bought it, and it's $50 less than when I bought it because they came out with a new version. But being a trigger puller, I just couldn't wait. I bought it and now I have it, and I have no regrets. So anyways, here's my Bruins shirt. Any goalie who claims Goalie Lama-ship should have a favorite hockey team. And personally, I'm black and gold until I'm dead and cold. Bruins are having a fantastic season. I'm looking forward to the Stanley Cup playoffs starting soon. And if you like what I did today, like my video, subscribe to my channel. If you see anything in the links that I post below, please feel free to purchase through my link. I will get a little benefit out of that. Although if you find it cheaper someplace else, buy it cheaper someplace else. So I guess that pretty much brings this one to a close. I might be getting a little better at this. I might not. It's Easter weekend, it's Ramadan, it's Passover, so be kind to one another. Peace.